Hey guys, what's up? It's Emily. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be making a video breaking down my EP song by song. And I'm also here with my friend Ian, who directed my music video for Drifting. And so let's get into it. So the first song that I ever wrote was called What Happened Happened. And it was a song that I wrote while I was still in high school. It was funny because I made it on my phone in my math class. I was texting my friend and she was like, hey, like, what's good? Like, how are you? And I'm like, yeah, like, I'm good. Like, I've been thinking about this one person. And she was like, you should, like, write a song about it. And I was like, I don't know, like, what happened, happened. Like, and then she was like, that's, like, a perfect title for a song. And I was like, oh, maybe I should. So I literally sat in my fourth period class and I played these chords on my iPhone GarageBand. I did not care what was going on in the class. I just started humming melodies. And I was like, and then from there, I just started writing down the lyrics in my book that I was, like, thoughts in my head that were, like, going constantly about this one person. I took it home and I finished it on the piano, and it went like this. It's been so much since we talked. Now I don't know how to start. I see you doing fine and I'm happy for you. I just pray that you are mine, ain't no capping with you. The second song that I wrote that kind of matches the vision that I had for the EP is called Last Fall. So I started off with the chords, and I don't know why, I really liked these chords and I felt like it spoke to me in a different way. I didn't know what I was gonna write yet, but I just sat down and I started playing these chords. Mostly, like, what I usually do for my songwriting process, I sit and I just hum things over and over again, and I'll record it from my phone just in case I forget. And then I just started freestyling kind of, and it was like, met you in the city of angels. When I said that out loud, I was like, I don't know if I really like that. So then I started playing around with that line more, and then I ended up with, met you at a party last fall. Walked up, yeah, the drinks made me kinda bold. I don't remember what I said that night, but I'm thinking that I did alright, cause the next day had your number in my palm. So I started writing that. It was about a party that I had went to. And you know, at a party, you know, you get a little crunk. And my friends and I, we were hanging out, and then we saw this girl. And I was like, yo, she's really pretty. But I didn't know where my phone is. I was not in the right state of mind. So I just went up, got the number, I guess, because the next day I found it in my palm. I sent over a clip of my verse that I had made to my friend Andy Schmidt, who's a producer, songwriter, artist, everything. He's cool. Him and I, we met up for a session. He killed the chorus melody, and then I just kind of wrote it. And it went like, baby, I just want it back. Even though you were walking out the door so fast, every time you hurt me, I forget. Cause I'm so lost without you here. You were the only one that cared. Baby, I just want it back. The third song on this EP journey is called Weekend. I released this song before. It's you guys really actually love this song. I love this song too. I think it's one of the first songs that I've made that I really fell in love with. And I made this one with Andy again. Shout out Andy. I think I made all of these songs almost with Andy. How we started writing this song was we were just going through some beats on YouTube. I'm a really big Lauv fan and like a Laney fan, so we usually type in like Lauv type beat. So then we found a beat that we liked, and then we found others that we liked, but there was just one that was just like had this really cool riff. We didn't keep the chords, we just kept like the riff of it, and it went like. He started recording that guitar riff with some chords that I ended up liking. I was just sitting on the couch and we were both coming up with melodies like at the same time, and then Andy, he just started freestyling. He was like, she were gone for the weekend. And like from there we just were going back and forth with ideas for like lyrics, like, cause you were gone by the weekend. All these feelings started to deepen. Cause you were gone by the weekend. And then it came to that last line, and I was like, I don't know what to say. And he's like, what about like swimming in the alcohol? And I'm like, I don't know, is that a little cheesy? Is that a little tacky? He's like, nah, like it's cool. So kept that in there, and I'm glad we kept that in there because I actually really like that line. The next song, your guys' favorite, Just Wait. I wrote this song back in May, and it was about a girl that I met online. It wasn't anything serious, like this whole thing wasn't serious, but it was just a song that I like felt inspired about writing because I just had met this new person and I was just starting the whole thing over again. I was broken, I like been in things and they didn't end up working. So restarting like a process of like getting to know somebody is always like really scary. I started off with some chords with my friend Andy, and then started going into lyrics. I always seem to break down every time I give it all away. And now I'm feeling closed off and my inhibitions in the way. So tell me why I'm so obsessed with this love when it cuts like a blade. Tell me why I get upset when I know I'm gonna feel this pain. So that first verse I wrote about how like I've been in relationships and how I've been broken, so I'm always on guard about it, but I still like always crave like being with somebody or like having someone's attention or like gaining someone's love. So this song is my newest release, Drifting. It was kind of weird how I wrote this song. Usually I write, like when I write songs, I don't wait like for periods of time to finish writing it. But this one, I wrote every single lyric based on like when I was feeling that. So this song kind of took me a lot longer than like a week or 2 weeks because this was kind of like in a span of like my relationship. So I started out with chords again, but I started out on the 2nd fret originally, and then I was like, oh, that's a little too high. So then I went here, and I started off with some chords like some like lighthearted chords, because this isn't like supposed to be a super sad song. It was just originally supposed to be kind of like bittersweet, like an I love you, but this is not it for me anymore. The very first lyric that I wrote was, last night we got into another stupid fight, but this time was different. It feels like we're drifting. I wrote that towards the end of my most recent relationship. We were really good for very long period of time, but when coronavirus, when that like kind of hit, I think a lot of couples like that was a really big like challenge for everybody. We were fighting about random things and we just didn't know what to talk about anymore, so it was getting hard and we were drifting. The next line and the next after those, like those were just like from that line, everything after that, that's what happened. Is it bad that I don't see what you see? I don't know where this goes. Can't pretend that in the end it's you and me. I just move with the flow, cause the river took me to the sea and the wind set my sail. I started drifting, cause this song was different. And this last song on my EP is called Someone Else. I wrote this with a producer friend and songwriter named Oscar. And so he already came with an idea because I guess he had listened to some of my music that I had out. He knew that I love guitar riffs, and so he gave me this kind of chord progression that I really loved, and it went like this. I wrote this about, it actually ties into drifting. Like after we had split from drifting, I got hella second thoughts about like how I couldn't like really see myself with anybody else, which is hence the line like, I can't picture me with someone else. And now I lay here, how'd we grow so distant? Never thought that one day we'd be strangers again. But then I see you can't help but reminisce. It got me calling late at night alone in my bed. Can you hear me now? Oh, 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 just want you all to myself, but I know. Oh, 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 you're busy trying to find yourself. Oh, 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 don't care if you make me wait, cause I can't forget you when I can't picture me with someone else. Thanks guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the breakdown of the EP. Comment down below what your favorite song on the EP is, and stay tuned for another project coming soon. All right, bye guys.